today we're going to have a discussion on the election results. Donald Trump is our president-elect, so I just want to know everybody's thoughts, So, y'all know the rules. We're going to pass this around, and when you want to speak, you just kind of like tap in. You get 30 seconds on the first question. Second one, you're going to get 60. The next one, you get 90. The next two, you have 90. If y'all want to talk about any of these, 30 seconds. Very quick. All right. Good. Introduce yourself first.
I'm Ngozi. Honestly, it broke my heart when I found out that he was our president, because I know that racism has been well and alive for so long, but it was still just shocking to know that people just have so much hate in their hearts that they can vote this man into office. It just really confirmed that these people really don't care about my life. So it created a lot of fear in me as well, along with the heartbreak. So.
I guess I'll take it. I'm Jenna. When I first heard Trump was elected, I was watching CNN, and I just had an overwhelming sense of worry. I was just so worried. I was like, what is this going to do to everybody? I was like, it's going to affect everybody. And it's just I was just astounded because I didn't understand people could be that stupid at such a large scale. Mm-hmm. But, that's all I have to say about that. For now.
I'm Maya, and when I realized Trump was going to be president, when Hillary Clinton made that call congratulating him on the nomination, I was upset. I was shaking a little bit, because I really don't know what the next 4 years are going to look like, so I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen, so I'm praying.
I'm Maz, and when I realized that he was elected president, at first I was really disappointed because I was like, how is that even happening? How are people this either ignorant or just stupid to just vote for him? And then I was really scared because I realized that a lot of people are going to be in danger, a lot of people, especially a lot of minorities are going to feel they're not going to feel safe in their home anymore. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Kiami, and when I heard that Donald Trump was going to be president, I felt disappointed because I felt the whole love Trump hate, I actually believed in that, and it just kind of made me feel helpless in a sense, because you feel after so many years discrimination and all these things would really die down, but as soon as someone takes their hood off, all these people flock to them, and now they're our president.
My name's Adrian. When I, last night, or not last night, the night of the election, I was watching, constantly, the numbers go up. And I had a lot of hope in the fact that Hillary, could possibly be president, regardless of the fact that I did, know that Donald Trump could win. So when he actually won, it was just, it was a reality check for me. That, I just felt I don't know, I felt it was unreal. Yeah.
I'm Janae, and I actually fell asleep after Hillary had won California. I was like, oh, we got this, we good, she won California. And then all I remember is waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, hearing Trump had won. I was like, wait, what? I was just in a state of shock, because I was like, this isn't happening. How in the world could Trump win? It just still doesn't even make sense to me that someone like Trump could actually win and become president. And I feel like it says more about America than it does about him. So.
Yeah. When I found out, I was up the whole time. So I looked up the word concede, and I was like, no, to surrender. And I just, my heart just dropped, because I was like, wow, people really believe his stance. And I was just thinking about the type of person he is, and he's going under rape charges right now. He blatantly said that he hates these people, and people was agreeing with him. And the fact it to everybody this was a joke. I just felt the next day I just didn't feel the same. My heart just dropped. I was like, wow, it's really our president for the next 4 years. Mm-hmm. So that goes into our next question, how did you feel when you woke up the next morning? How did you feel going to class or work or just walking in Philly, period? Who's first?
Well, immediately the day after the election, I heard about the protests in Center City, and I got up and I dropped what I was doing and I went there, because I just felt like if there's immediate outrage, and it's at such a large scale, Philadelphia is such a big city with so much diversity. If all of us were to get together and do this protest, it's going to say something. And it was already raining that day. Everyone was depressed. Everyone had so much, like, just hopelessness. Everyone, like, you could just see it. Everyone just kind of gave up hope. And it's just like, at the end of that rainy day, for me to go out and do that protest was really, really important to me. And I felt like I was sad, but that protest made me feel better about the situation. And now that the protests are continuing, it's making me feel even better.
Honestly, like, I just think that the mood was very gloomy. It was gloomy. It was sad. It was rainy on campus. People were walking with their heads down. And I was just waiting for someone to say some crazy stuff. Like, I was just waiting for some white person, honestly, to say, like, the N-word or something like that in my class or something like that. But I was just hoping nothing would happen in terms of hate crime. So I was just praying that people were going to be safe. Like, that was, like, my main concern. So.
Yeah, I was also very sad the second day. And then my mom also called me, and since she doesn't live here, like she's back in West Africa, she told me like she was really scared for me or whatever. And I was just, honestly, I was just crying that day because I didn't know what to do because I can't reassure her. I don't know what's gonna happen, you know. So yeah, I was really anxious. Yeah.
I would say that on the day that I woke up, honestly, like, I still don't believe it. So I was fine up until like maybe 3:30 when the texts from my family members started rolling in telling me like, be safe, you know, look out for this, look out for that. And it was all over like our president being elected. And I talked to some of my friends and like how scared they were, like being immigrants, things like that. Like my friend, her little sister cried because she thinks that they're gonna be deported because he's president. And that made me cry because it's just like so much hate has scared so many people. I don't know. At some point I just kind of felt hopeless.
I didn't really accept it. Yeah, still. Like I know it's real, but like in my class today we were talking about like how technically he really isn't the president. He's the president-elect. So like even though like I know it's not about to happen, like technically like Hillary could like just come in there and just be like, yes, I'm the president now. Based on the electoral college, you know, wherever they want to change their minds or whatnot. But I just feel like I live in an alternate universe. Like every time I look at like a headline on the news and it has his picture and then like Trump presidential election, like president-elect, I feel like I'm in a movie or something. I still don't feel like it's real. I didn't feel like it was real that day, and I still don't feel like it's real now.
Well, I got up. I didn't even think it happened. I was just like, you know, I was going to go to class. I had to give a speech. I was just ready for the day. I was like, I'm just going to ignore this. And then it didn't hit me until a boy who barely talks. Everyone kind of knows that he's like a Trump supporter because of the things when he does talk comes out his mouth. But he came in there and took off his jacket and had a Make America Great Again Trump 2016 shirt. And I was just like, this really happened. Like last night, like he was waiting to put that shirt on, and then like the way he's acting in class, like I was giving my speech and he kept interrupting me. I'm just like, it's only been a day. He's not even in office yet, and y'all already acting crazy. Like, is this what's up the next 4 years? It's just gonna get worse. It's been day one. And we got 4 years of this. It's just gonna keep getting worse. Like that's all I can just like feel. Like it's just gonna get worse before it gets a whole lot better.
Yeah, well, no, I was telling y'all like kind of like my story when I went to work. It was a different vibe waking up. Like I couldn't even sleep that night. Like I work every day at 9. I could barely sleep that night, and waking up, going to work, and it just felt like a different vibe. The people wasn't outside. Like it's like nobody got up. Like the people I would normally see going to work and stuff like was not up. It was a different vibe. When I went to work, the white people that would usually make small talk was not talking to us. It was a different vibe. It was either you knew who voted for Trump. It was like the ones that voted for Trump was quiet because what can you say? You know, like you can't talk to us about how we feeling because you don't agree with us and we don't agree with you. So it was just basically like a division that day. And like I didn't even walk on campus at all. Like I went home after I got out of work and I went to the protest. I was in my bed seeing the protest and I'm like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta stand up. Like I feel like this just made everybody woke and we all needed to be woke up. Like life isn't sweet. Racism is alive. Like y'all can't say that y'all not racist anymore. Y'all are racist. Like this been around. It wasn't like the first time. So it's just like now it just made everybody like, oh, all right. So I do need to stand up. I'm not just a white person anymore. I'm a minority. I'm gay. I'm a minority. I'm an immigrant. I'm a minority. Like this is just it's everybody. I'm gonna pass it.
So like I prayed the night when he won and I went to sleep. Like I was like, God, just let it be. Is your work. Okay. So like for a split second when I woke up, like I was feeling good and I was like, shit, like Trump is really gonna be our president and like going into classrooms and all that, you couldn't avoid the conversation. Like of course that's what everyone's gonna be talking about. So that goes along with acceptance, like the fact that he is going to be our president. And then also I went to the little emergency meeting that the Kappas held because you can talk so much about what you want to be done and talk about how angry you are, but if you're not actually coming up with a solution and how to move forward, you're just going to be talking. That literally doesn't really solve anything. There needs to be action. So
yeah. So we're about to do a speed round of the topics. I don't know if y'all can see the topics, but we have, of course, Donald Trump stands for social economic impact, white people, inauguration, college kids, KKK effects, and Planned Parenthood. So I'm gonna just name one and then pass it to whoever. Okay. First one, fast food.
Fast food. As an out-of-state student going to Temple, my tuition is considerably higher than some who are in state. And fast food really was kind of keeping me in school at this point. And the fact that he wants to get rid of fast food, like as one of the government policies, he wants to get rid of fast food and pull that money out of there and put it towards things that don't matter. I think that it's unfair for you to take away my college education to build a wall or to put it towards the wealthy who already have enough money. They got more money than me, and that's one of my biggest concerns, and that's one of the main reasons I was so worried when he became president, because I was like, all these college kids who are trying to make something of themselves, they're going to have a hard time getting out of college, paying off that debt. That's going to be a problem for people, and it's just going to turn into something big, and it's just, it's a big problem, and I hope that he cannot pass that.
Anybody else?
No.
I'm also an out-of-state student, so FAFSA and like scholarships and all that is how I'm here, and I still pay loans and stuff like that. So if he gets rid of FAFSA, like I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Like even going back home, like I can't afford to go to school on my own. I can't pay out of pocket. So it's frightening because you know that if he takes away FAFSA, like you're gonna have to pack up and you're gonna have to go home, and all the work that I've done here is just gonna be erased and it's gonna be gone, and I have to go home and work because I can't go to school.
Yeah. Anybody else got something to say?
Now I know I talk about fast food all the time, how I can't stand them because they're never going to give me no money, but that don't mean I just want them to go away. Like, I still need them a little bit. Like, everyone needs them. In-state, out-of-state, mothers trying to go back to school, fathers trying to go back to school, people who go to war, and like, all these people need fast food. You're trying to take away the one thing that pretty much everybody in a world that goes to college has in common. That's the only thing that everybody who goes to college has in common. It's fast food. And you want to take that away, but you want to unite us as a people. That's all I'm saying.
So, fast one, very quick with that, you know, I know everybody in this room use fast food probably. It's I know it's keeping me in school, and I feel like, you know, for him to take that away is basically like giving the uneducated white people a chance to say like they're better than us, you know. So like, I feel like that's why he's doing it, because he wants to give them a chance, which doesn't make sense. But it's like taking away our resources. We all use that. That's how I know a lot of my friends are paying for college. A lot of black people are paying for that because, you know, if your parents make a lot less than the normal, they will give you money. So it's like a lot of people are just going to school because of that. So the fact that he wants to get rid of that is kind of like he just wants to ruin us as black people and other people that need these resources too, because everybody isn't rich, and that's what he's for. He's for the rich. So, next topic, I want to go to Planned Parenthood. When I heard that he was like trying to basically say like women that have abortions should be punished, I was like, that is crazy. Because how are you going to punish a woman for feeling like that? Wanting to, you know, like if they're not ready, how are you going to punish a woman just for that? Like you don't know what that woman went through. That woman could have been raped and got pregnant. She could, you know, like it's other circumstances. So how are you going to punish somebody for that? How are you going to get rid of something that, like Planned Parenthood, they do a lot more than just abortions. They give like free checkups, like they give birth control. Like it's a lot of stuff that they do that help women. The fact that you want to get rid of that, it just it just makes no sense. Anybody else got anything to say about Planned Parenthood?
I don't know. It just boggles my mind because Planned Parenthood is literally like